Join your hand and start chanting of Omkar thrice. Sai Ram Tuban and all present here. And the chapter transportation was going on. Yes, transport in animals and plants. Whenever we talk about the transport, it means body's circulatory system. Body's circulatory system. And when we think of circulation, is blood circulation. We can call it blood circulatory system. And you all know that blood, it carries digested food, water and oxygen to all the parts of our body. Because each and every cell of our body need oxygen and food also. Why? To get energy. Once you get food, only food is not sufficient. What is sufficient? What is important? Important is its breakdown. And when food breaks down, what is which plays a very important role? That is oxygen. So blood carries water, food, and oxygen to all the parts of our body. This is one way system. Second point, blood carries away. Blood circulatory system makes these three things: blood, oxygen, food, and water to each and every. And second thing, it removes waste from the body. So it is another way, one more task of circulatory system. Now, when we talk about the blood, what is blood? तुम मुझे पूछ दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. Who said it?
Subhash Chandra Bose.
What is the function of blood? And how can we make blood in our body? To make blood, we eat food that finally change into blood. Yes? So, blood is a liquid. And what is the color of our blood? Human beings' blood? Red.
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 Red colored liquid, and which this blood flows in blood vessels and circulate in our body. Blood circulates throughout the body. If we, but if we break or cut our hair, we'll get blood. No. While trimming the nails, is bleeding starts? No. But sometimes when we cut the skin of our body while trimming the nails, then blood starts coming out. It means blood is circulating in our whole body. Yes or no? This is very important. Acha, why it is red? It is red because of.
Because it contains hemoglobin.
Very good, very good. It contains, that is, a red pigment, and that red pigment is hemoglobin. And not only hemoglobin is there, Blood has many types of cells and these cells perform different types of functions. There are mainly four components of blood. Okay, beta. Yes, Captain. You may. So, blood has four components, and these four components are plasma. You heard about the plasma during this COVID-19 treatment. The patient who already suffered from COVID and get cured within the month of becoming fit, can donate plasma. Is a plasma therapy. Many experts says it is a treatment of COVID and many says no good effect on the body. Plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. These are the compartments, four components of blood. Number one, Soumya, what is first? You,
Can you repeat the
what are the four components of blood? Agrima?
Sir, red blood cells, white blood cells, plasma and platelets.
Very good. Plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. These are the four components of blood, and these four components having four different functions. Plasma is a liquid in our body, and red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets continuously floating in plasma. प्लाज्मा में कौन से तीन चीज रहती हैं? आरबीसी, डब्ल्यूबीसी एंड प्लेटलेट्स. दे कीप फ्लोटिंग इन plasma and plasma is a liquid. So we can define blood in a much proper way. If blood is a liquid called plasma with red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets floating in it. मतलब हमारे ब्लड में अगर प्रॉपर ब्लड है तो उसमें ये चारों चीजें प्रॉपर परसेंटेज में रहेंगी. The blood is able to transport many substances due to the presence of these components in it. अगर ये कंपोनेंट्स नहीं होंगे तो ब्लड जो है, जो यूजफुल चीजें हैं, इन्हें सारी बॉडी को, एवरी सेल को ट्रांसपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते. It means all these four components in proper percentage must be present in our body. Yes, understood? Okay, let me discuss with the plasma. Plasma is pale yellow sticky liquid. It is also liquid, pale yellow, and 90% of water. Means plasma is 90% of water and about 3.5% is common salt. मतलब हमारे प्लाज्मा में क्या होता है? वाटर एंड सॉल्ट, एंड दैट सॉल्ट इज कॉमन सॉल्ट. It plasma contains dissolved substances such as digested food and waste products. Digested food and waste product dissolve in it. Waste product means urea, carbon dioxide. Urea we generally throw out from our body with urine. Yes? So, plasma contains and plasma carries water and dissolved substances from one part to another part in the body. और प्लाज्मा में क्या होते हैं बेटा? रेड ब्लड सेल्स होते हैं, व्हाइट ब्लड सेल्स होते हैं और क्या होता है? प्लेटलेट्स होते हैं. तो प्लाज्मा इज क्लियर. इफ एनीबडी आस्क यू व्हाट इज प्लाज्मा, तो 90% वाटर, 3.5% common salt, and it has red blood cells, white blood cells, and carries dissolved substances and digested food from one part to another part. Second thing, red blood cells. What is the color of red blood cells? It is red in color.
Red.
And its color is red because of a substance, because of a presence of red pigment that is called hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is present in the red blood cells and it makes red blood cells red. And very important function of red blood cell is it carries oxygen from lungs to all the parts, all the cells of our body. All of you know the position of our lungs. So when we inhale air with expansion of lungs, now these this air or oxygen enter in the lungs and from lungs to all the parts of our body, red blood cells plays very important role. It carries to all the cells of our body. Actually, the hemoglobin present in the RBC, it carries oxygen in the body. अब बेटा आपने कई बच्चों में गर्ल्स में विमेन में यू हर्ड अबाउट कि सफरिंग फ्रॉम एनीमिया यस और नो सो
Yes, sir.
जनरली विमेन एंड यंग गर्ल्स दे सफर फ्रॉम एनीमिया because of some biological reasons we discussed class 8 in 8th class. So what is our duty towards our body to maintain proper hemoglobin? When you were in class 5th, that I explained you about the hemoglobin. At that time, teacher explained you. So hemoglobin is very important. So what should we eat? क्या खाना चाहिए? पंक्ति, नूडल्स, तानिका,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
हीमोग्लोबिन बढ़ाने के लिए क्या खाना चाहिए?
सर हीमोग्लोबिन बढ़ाने के लिए चुकंदर खाना चाहिए।
वेरी गुड.
बीटरूट।
बीट मृणाली, वास्त्री जी,
Yes, sir.
क्या खाना चाहिए हीमोग्लोबिन बढ़ाने के लिए?
Beetroot.
हैं?
सर कुकुम्बर।
अरे पंक्ति आपने बोल दिया, मृणाली से पूछ रहा हूँ. तो मृणाली खाती हो सब जरूरी चीजें?
Yes, sir.
याद आ रहा है ना? दो
What?
तीन.
सर मैं खाता हूँ
मिलता था कुछ नहीं
चुकंदर।
कुछ।
हाँ, मृणाली को याद आ रहा है ना 3-4 महीने पहले की पोजीशन बेटा, सितंबर की.
Yes, sir.
Ah, so all the young girls, all the young boys should take proper diet, and beetroot is one of the good. Spinach is one of the good. Jaggery, very good. अरे आ रहा हूँ भाई, नेक्स्ट वाइट ब्लड सेल्स पर भी आ रहा हूँ. रेड ब्लड सेल्स तो हो जाना.
कैबेज। कैबेज।
All the green leafy vegetables. I am not asking you to don't eat tasty food like pizza, burger, Manchurian. I am not against all these things. But our main food should be regular. All these things should be in our regular diet. Got it better? Because if we don't eat all these things, definitely our body will face some kind of problems. हमको कुछ ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं से तो दिक्कत आना शुरू हो जाएगी. तो जब मम्मी आपको बोलती कि बेटा एक गिलास दूध पी लो, तो लड़कियां जनरली अवॉइड करती हैं, बड़ी परेशान करती हैं. तो यू हैव टू ड्रिंक अ ग्लास ऑफ मिल्क एवरी डे. जैगरी, that is good in Hindi, and you should take jaggery in the during the especially this winter is jaggery is good in the winter, and your parents know what to do, क्या खाना चाहिए आपको. Because if there is a lack of hemoglobin, there will be lack supply of oxygen to all the parts of our body. When lack supply of oxygen, less aerobic respiration, no energy, body will face many problems like lethargy. बिकम लेथर्जिक। ओके, तो हमको ये सब चीजें रेगुलर अपने उसमें इंक्लूड करना चाहिए। सो हीमोग्लोबिन प्रेजेंट इन आरबीसी बाइंड्स विद द ऑक्सीजन, वो ऑक्सीजन के साथ बंध जाता है एंड कैरीज इन आवर बॉडी, transported to all the parts of the body and ultimately up to the cellular level. And if there is a deficiency of hemoglobin, so body will not perform proper function because cells will not be get proper oxygen. So presence of hemoglobin makes the blood red. Is clear about the red blood cells, hemoglobin, proper eating habits? Any doubt about it? Amen?
No, sir.
Amen?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt about RBC?
No, sir.
रोशनी, 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 रोशनी बोल नहीं रही है। रोशनी
यस
दिखाई।
सर।
हाँ बेटा, तू कभी बहुत दिनों बाद आई, आज तो है ना।
सर मैं चाचा जी की शादी थी इसलिए।
ले, और चाचा जी ने शादी कर ली और तेरी क्लासेस मिस कर दी तूने। फायदा,
आए
फायदा चाचा जी को हुआ कि चाचा जी को चाची मिल गई और तुम्हारी क्लासेस मिस हो गई। ये तो गलत बात है। हाँ, यस व्योम।
Sir, do hemoglobin also bind with carbon dioxide?
नो। नाउ कम टू दिस WBC. WBC means white blood cells. What is the function of WBC? Can anybody tell me?
Sir, they fight
सर
bacteria.
वो जर्म्स के अगेंस्ट फाइट करते हैं।
Very good, very good. So WBC or white blood cells fight infection and protect us from disease. Infections are very common. So these WBC present in our body, they help to fight against germs which may enter in our body and they cause disease. Yes, Lex, we are right. So we can say, understood the function, main function of the WBC? Actually, some WBC white blood cells, they eat germs like bacteria, which causes disease. And other WBC, they make one chemical that is known as antibodies to fight against disease, to fight against infection. So these are the two important things to know about the WBC. कि some WBC they eat bacteria which causes disease, and they also make chemicals known as antibodies, and all of you know that antibodies fight against infection, against disease. And WBC, white blood cells, are much smaller in size than red blood cells. Red blood cells से वो छोटी होती है. Is it clear about the WBC? Now, the fourth component of blood is platelets. Platelets are tiny fragments of special cell and formed in bone marrow. अस्थि मज्जा जो होता है उसमें प्लेटलेट्स बनती है. और सबसे प्रॉपर फंक्शन प्लेटलेट्स का क्या है? प्लेटलेट्स हेल्प इन द क्लॉटिंग ऑफ ब्लड इन अ वाउंड और इन अ कट. Many times it happens na, we slip on the ground while running and become injured. So this our elbow or hands or knee, blood starts coming out from that part of our body. Yes, it happens or not? And we found after some time the blood clot, खून जम जाता है उस जगह पे जहां पर हम घायल होते हैं, कट लग जाता है. So platelets, they clot the blood. It means make the blood semi-solid, solid, and due to this semi-solid blood formation, further bleeding stops. तो जहां से मान लीजिए इस जगह से खून निकल रहा है तो यहाँ पर एक क्लॉट बन जाता है और दैट क्लॉट डज नॉट अलाउ ब्लड टू कम आउट फर्दर, फिर उसमें से खून आना बंद हो जाता है. सो दिस इज द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ platelets. Okay, is it clear? So this blood clot which stops bleeding is formed due to the presence of a type of cells present in the blood known as platelets. Okay, and if there is no platelets or less number of platelets in our body, then this bleeding will continue. It will not stop. And if bleeding continues, then it will create problems in our body if we continue to lose our blood. So, this is all about the components of blood. So, what is blood is clear. Four components of blood are clear: plasma, white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets. Now, one more time about the functions of the blood. It is very important to know. Yes, Sarthak? Sarthak?
यस सर.
हाँ, तबीयत ठीक है अब?
यस सर, अभी लेकिन थोड़ा सा बुखार है.
चलिए, कोई बात नहीं, हो जाएगा ठीक. आयन?
Yes, sir.
ओके. आरुष?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, जागते रहो. साराक्षी? साराक्षी? Sarakshi is not in the class, I think.
Yes,
Vipul?
sir.
Ah, Vipul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you be in class all the time. Now, functions of the blood. Blood के क्या क्या functions होते हैं? The first function, blood carries digested food from the small intestine to all the parts of our body. क्या करता है ब्लड? नंबर वन, carries digested food from small intestine to all the parts of our body. Second, blood carries water to all the parts of our body. Third, blood carries oxygen from lungs to all different parts of the body. Fourth, blood carries the waste product like carbon dioxide from the body cells to the lungs for breathing out. अब देखो बेटा, जब हम ब्रीद इन करते हैं, मेनली वी टेक ऑक्सीजन, while we when we breathe out, mainly exhale कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. तो कहां से आती है ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड? अनुमेका, कहां से आती है ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड?
Sir, it is a waste of our body.
Yes, during the process of respiration, this carbon dioxide gas produced there with energy. So that is to be removed out, expel out from the body, and it happens when we breathe out. So this is also the function of blood. And fifth function, it carries waste product, that is urea, from the liver to the kidney for excretion in urine. तो लीवर से किडनी से होते हुए यूरिन के थ्रू हमारी बॉडी में जो यूरिया फॉर्म होता है, एक बाहर निकल जाता है. ब्लड प्रोटेक्ट्स अस फ्रॉम डिजीज. ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट व्हाइट ब्लड सेल्स, they fight, they kill the bacteria and fight against disease. So this was all about the functions of the blood. Okay. Blood circulates in our body in two forms. Very important. Blood circulates in our body in two forms. The first form, oxygenated blood, and second, deoxygenated blood. What is first, beta? Oxygenated blood, and second, deoxygenated blood. So, oxygenated blood, the blood carrying oxygen in it, it is called oxygenated blood. वह ब्लड जो अपने में ऑक्सीजन लेकर जा रहा है, that is called oxygenated blood. And oxygenated blood is rich in oxygen. As the name of oxygenated blood suggests its function, it is rich in oxygen and we get oxygen in it. And second, blood having no oxygen in it, it is called deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood is formed in all the organs of the body except lungs. लंग्स में हमारा डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड नहीं होता, वहां ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड ही होता है. Okay, so deoxygenated blood carries carbon dioxide in it and oxygenated blood carries oxygen in it. So अगर आपसे ये पूछा जाए कि what is the difference between oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, तो easily you can differentiate them. Okay, so all oxygenated blood is bright red and deoxygenated blood is darker, ज़्यादा गहरा होता है.
सर समझ नहीं आया.
Okay, blood is present in our body. Yes, it is present in two forms. Number one, oxygenated blood. Number two, deoxygenated blood. ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड को ऑक्सीजन कहां से मिलती है बेटा? लंग्स से. तो ब्लड विच इज रिच इन ऑक्सीजन इज कॉल्ड ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड. बात समझ में आ गई बेटा? और डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड ये होता है जिसमें ऑक्सीजन नहीं होती. तो फिर उसमें क्या होता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड.
Carbon dioxide.
So now is difference is clear. Oxygenated blood carries oxygen, deoxygenated blood carries carbon dioxide in it. Okay, yeah, in other words you can say oxygenated blood is rich in oxygen, deoxygenated blood is rich in carbon dioxide. Deoxygenated blood is darker and oxygenated blood is bright red. Now is clear beta? Okay. Now the main point is about our lungs. About sorry.
How does the food, water, and oxygen
Now I am showing you one video to make your knowledge more clear.
reach the different parts of our body? Have you Transportation in Animals and Plants, Part 1. Circulatory System. Dear life, how does the food, water, and oxygen reach the different parts of our body? Have you ever tried to hear your heartbeat? Keep your hand on your chest and try to hear the heartbeat. Have you ever seen the blood vessels on your hands? What is their work? Come, let us go with Sarita and Rama to their school where a doctor has come to conduct a checkup. The objectives of this video are A. To understand what is blood and getting information about its component. B. Getting information about blood vessels. Children, today a Dr. Didi will come from the hospital in the village. She will conduct your annual health checkup.
Okay, Teacher, I had gone to his house yesterday. He had high fever. His mother told me that his blood tests have been conducted.
Okay, thank you, Sarita. Sometimes when we are unwell, the doctor get our blood tests done to find out what disease do we have. Come children, now go in pairs and children. What is your name?
Hello, Dr. Didi. My name is Sarita.
Sarita, now you take a long and deep breath. Now give me your hand.
How can doctors put a hand on a wrist and tell that her heart is working well? Can anybody tell me?
Sir, because the
He checked pulses.
One by one. Vyom, you first, then next.
sir, because the arteries are very near the skin in our wrist.
Okay. Yes. Next child.
Sir, pulse rate Plus artery give rise to heartbeat.
Okay, very good.
By listening the speed of heartbeat.
Can I ask you a question? Yes, sure, Sarita. One of our classmates is unwell. His blood tests have been done. Can you tell us why his blood tests were conducted? Phoebe, my mother says that if I eat green vegetables, it will help in increasing my blood. I do not like spinach at all. You girls have a lot of questions. Let us do one thing. Once I finish checking all the students, I shall sit with all of you and answer all your questions. Dr. Didi checked all the students one by one. Then she collected. Now all of you are doctors and I am your patient. Rama and Sarita, come here. Take my stethoscope and doctor's coat and conduct my checkup. Wow, children, all of you are conducting the checkup very efficiently.
Can you check the pulse rate? Can you check? Do you know how to check the pulse rate?
Sir, by
Yes, sir.
oximeter. Yes.
Okay, nahi with the hands I would like to see like this.
Sir, I have oximeter in my home.
Today,
Can I
me
show?
and Sarita asked a few questions about blood and its functions. Come, let me answer those. Dr. Didi goes and gets a poster of the circulatory system
This is our circulatory system. Pankti, I am not asking about oximeter, I am asking pulse rate.
from the biology class. Didi, what are these blue and red pipe-like tubes?
Very important to understand about the capillary and veins, arteries in our body. This is that circulation through these red and blood tubes. The circulation of blood takes place in our body. And do you know this is the center red part, this is heart of our body.
These are the blood vessels and the heart
These red and blue are blood vessels.
is in the center. Do you know, children, how many times does our heart beat in a day?
Can you tell how many times our
Sir,
heart beat? Yes.
sir,
72
70
to
to
80.
72 to 80.
72.
Okay. And can you guess what is the size of your heart? मुट्ठी बांधी है fist.
51
The size of your fist is the size of your heart. जिसके फिस्ट की जितनी बड़ी साइज होगी उसका हार्ट उतना ही बड़ा होगा.
No, Didi. Our heart beats 1 lakh times in a day.
1 lakh times in a day. 3 crore 50 lakhs
Our
in a
heart
year.
does a lot of hard work. No doubt it is the strongest part of our body. Yes, you are.
Yes, this is that cardiovascular system, and there are some. This is a very good diagram, and you can see how oxygenated blood towards the upper body, deoxygenated blood towards lungs, deoxygenated blood towards lungs, like this.
You are right. The heart works like a pump. Because of the pump, blood flows smoothly to all the organs of our body. Isn't blood a liquid like water? Yes, children. Blood is a liquid like
Just see plasma it is pale yellow in color, and this is white blood cells, platelets, and red blood cells.
water. It has different types of cells suspended in it. The fluid part of blood is called plasma. It constitutes 55% of the blood. Plasma is yellow in color.
What about the rest 45% of the blood? What constitutes it? And if plasma is yellow, then how is our blood red? Didi, my older sister is in 11th standard. She was telling me once that blood constituted of red blood cells.
You are right. The blood has one type of cells known as the red blood cells. They contain a pigment known as hemoglobin. It is because of this pigment that our blood is red.
Similarly, like because of the presence of chlorophyll in leaves, they are green in color.
Very good. Chlorophyll also a pigment. Hemoglobin is also a pigment.
Very good. It is a wonderful simile, Sarita.
Didi, once I had a lot of weakness and the doctor had said that the level of hemoglobin had reduced in my blood.
Yes, children. Hemoglobin does not only give the color to the blood, but also binds with the oxygen and transports it to all parts of the body and ultimately the cells.
The doctor had prescribed me to eat green vegetables and fruits.
Yes, because green vegetables are rich in iron.
That's why we have to take green leafy vegetables. They are rich in iron, and iron helps in the increasing of hemoglobin.
And iron helps in the increase of hemoglobin.
Oh, so this is the reason why my mother asks me to eat spinach. Now I understood. My sister had told me that along with red blood cells, there are white blood cells also present in the blood.
Yes, children, the blood also consists of white blood cells or WBCs. They are also known as soldiers of our body.
Soldiers.
The soldiers of our body? Why is that?
What do the soldiers do?
They protect our country.
Yes, similarly, the white blood cells, also known as the...
Your finger is bleeding. Nothing much. My finger got stuck in this shelf.
Come, let me apply some Dettol.
Didi, when we fall or because we get hurt, our blood starts oozing out. But after a while, it stops. But there is a formation of a clot there. Why does this happen?
There are another type of cells present in the blood known as platelets. The clot is formed because of their presence.
This is that platelets. Heal wounds, stop blood flow.
Similarly, how does our body conduct transportation of friends? Like we need good roads for transportation. Similarly, how does our body conduct transportation of various constituents?
This is a very good picture. You can see number of vehicles are running on the road. Yes? If road is good in condition, then all the vehicles will run faster and safer. The same thing, if the transport through the vessels is good in condition, then all the suspended cells present in the blood will transport easily and safely and makes our body healthy.
We had read in the chapter on respiration that oxygen is transported by the blood and it also carries the carbon dioxide and undigested food too.
Very good observation, Rama. Arteries and veins. Look here in this poster. These red arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all parts of the
Red arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from heart to all the parts of our body.
And these blue-colored veins carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all parts of the body to the heart.
In this poster, the arteries are seen to be further dividing into smaller vessels.
Yes.
Yes, children. On reaching the tissues, they further divide into thinner tubes known as capillaries.
So arteries further divided into thinner tubes. These are capillaries.
The capillaries join up to form veins which empty into the heart.
Didi, the heart does the most important job in our body. It keeps beating throughout the day. Can you please tell us about its functions?
Yes, sure, children, but I have to return back to the hospital now. You all try and remember all the information I have given you today.
So understood the very important functions of different cells present in our body and responsible to make our body fit and healthy. Is it clear to all? Children?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So what is from today what you learn? What type of vegetables you have to consume?
Green
Green
vegetables.
and
Green vegetables.
Yes, and you have to maintain a right percentage of hemoglobin in your body to make yourself fit and healthy. आपको हमेशा फिट और हेल्दी रहना है, एनर्जेटिक रहना है, तो आपको अपनी बॉडी में हीमोग्लोबिन का परसेंटेज मेंटेन करना होगा. और ये हम कहीं से हीमोग्लोबिन मार्केट से तो खरीद के ला नहीं सकते. तो वी हैव टू कंज्यूम ऑल द गुड फूड आइटम्स that your parents, your family provides you to maintain. So is it clear? Don't say no to any natural food items that makes your body healthy. In next class, we'll learn more about the heart. Heart continuously pump. ये एक ऐसा पंप है बेटा जो लगातार कंटिन्यूअसली हमारी बॉडी में काम करता रहता है. एंड दिस इज एन ऑर्गन विच पंप्स ब्लड टू ऑल द पार्ट्स ऑफ आवर बॉडी. Okay, so in next class we learn all about the heart, capillaries, veins, working of circulatory system, and about other things. So thank you and Santi Pat.
Sairam sir.
Sairam.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sairam children.
Sairam sir.
Sairam, sir.
Sairam, sir.
Sir, I have a question. The sound which we hear on when we keep our hand on our chest on the heart is sound of pumping of our heart.
Yes, it is pumping of blood. Blood pumps, then it produces sound. That, got it?
Thank you, sir. Sairam, sir.
Sairam sir.